Welcome to Deep Heights. My name is Deborah. We're going to do a reading today. I felt like a need to do this this morning because I felt and have been kind of feeling the need for extra protection for myself. And not in that someone's going to come and hurt me, but protecting my energy, protecting my time and my space from other people, and how we do that. And not necessarily from any one thing or one person. It's many things. It's life, because it's ultimately it's like us. It's me against it or the world or evil. It's you against evil, and the myriad of ways that it comes at you. It comes for you, and every time that you think you have solid footing, that you have some ground, something life. Is life evil? Is it life? What is it that comes in and wants to snatch it from underneath us when we're trying to live as authentically as possible, as purely as we can, because it's always a road of learning. It's a school. Is Earth a school? Is this soul school? Basically, yeah, but it's hard. It's hard, frustrating, especially when it's like just when you think you got it, you don't. Whatever it is. But I feel I feel really feisty, like ready to fight. I don't. Oh, that's funny. I think Mars is in Sagittarius right now. It's appropriate. All right, I want to start with the animal, the animal card. So let's see what's happening. Let's just see. So the bear, the otter, and the snake have come out here together. Talking about school, the bear for me is a feminine energy. The snake, definitely a feminine energy. And the otter is very liquidy, very childlike, wanting to enjoy and love and partner. Sometimes this card represents Libra for me. There's a sleepy energy with the bear. There's a sleepiness here. It's winter now. It's winter time. Needing to retreat. Does the bear retreat? They're dangerous. These are dangerous creatures. Bears. I think of bear, B-A-R-E, as being open and naked. To bear, minimal, like the bare essentials. Minimalism here. Shedding skin with the snake. Change. Something from the childhood. Something from childhood here with the otter. Surfacing. Something is surfacing that needs to be shed. A sense of an abandonment, of aloneness. That's always been there. Abandoned by the mother, the bear. Maybe you've lost your mother, grandmother, someone really important here has passed or is soon to pass, is what I'm picking up. How do we prepare for that? talking about just when you think you've got it together. I'm picking up the loss of a mother, or your mother figure, or grandmother, someone who took care of you when you were abandoned here. And now, like the way that I'm holding them up, it's like this is you, the child, looking to this bear who is looking to change, to death, to the cycles, time. The snake is here, is the matrix, the time, the net, the webbing that we're caught in, the soul is in, because in each one of these, there are circles within circles and cycles within cycles. It could be never ending. And the bear here wants to return. That's it's for someone. And the crow on the bottom of the deck. Death. Messengers from the other side, from the other realms. Psychic abilities, clairvoyance here. If you have already lost your mother or your grandmother, they're with you. They wish to communicate with you and speak with you. Are we all in this together somehow? So we're never separated, because you see the crow is here. Like this is the snake here. Communicating that well. The ancestors. This is you feeling alone and abandoned. But you're not. You're not. Okay. That's kind of sad, but something we all experience. How do we prepare for that? Can we ever prepare for the loss of someone who cares for us? It stays with us always. As children, the first person we look to is the mother. And then to lose that figure, that person who cares for us and teaches us and shows us love. I'm gonna say, I talk about like Freud, his whole theories, and it's about the mother. What damages us, what heals us as people, as women, we become that we begin to embody either that evil, twisted, manipulative, feminine energy if we lacked proper nurturing and mothering, or we learn from it and grow and become the highest form of love and growth and nurturing for ourselves, for our families, for our children, for our partner. Thinking about Michael Tessarian's Dragon Mother series, he goes into much more detail and depth about that than I ever could. I took out the Halloween Oracle deck, and I'd like to get a card from that. Because if I'm speaking to someone who is dealing with or will be dealing with the loss of their mother, or it could be a time, or the maternal figure, that you're spending a lot of time thinking about this, feeling alone, missing that. Maybe there's something here that can help you. And it's appropriate too with the Halloween Oracle being communicate with the dead. It's never random. It's never random how these come together. All right. Let's go there. Or let's let it come to us. just looking at the cards, the crow is watching the otter watch the bear look at the snake. I'm not going to pick them up, but you're not alone. Joy, ghost, black cat, and dawn. Okay, so the first card that came out is joy. I know that I have poor lighting, but the name of the card is Joy, and she's here in the fall, and you can see the leaves. They look like sycamores. Sycamore is a tree of death, I think. Sycamore trees are sacred, like in the cemetery with cypresses and release, but her face doesn't look very happy. And she's standing here in all this beauty of release, and she's not happy at all. You know, makes me think if you can have all this knowledge, this information, this experience, and knowing that you're not alone, and it doesn't make any difference. You can go through the motions, and it doesn't matter. Looks like there are some ash leaves from the linden tree here as well. But those are sycamore leaves with some linden. It's rejoicing in the present, in what you have. Maybe you're surrounded by growth and beauty and you don't see it. Indeed, we have the ghost. Regret. Looking to the past. Living in the memories, the halls. The light's coming in, but there's nothing there. When you dream, you see light. Where does that light come from? You can see in your dreams. Like if light was just an external thing, you wouldn't be able to see when you close your eyes. But when you dream, you see light. Or when you imagine, you close your eyes and you imagine you can see. And that's what's happening here. You're keeping this alive in your mind. The black cat, these are messengers. The black cat is on books. The books of life, the books of the dead. There's nothing wrong with honoring our dead and our ancestors. They're with you. This cat is a familiar. These eyes here in the back. Eyes watching. But again, it's all this smoke, like these shadows that are you reach out to grab it and there's nothing to grab. There's nothing there. It's smoke. It's incorporeal. Corporeal. Here we have the dawn. The owl. The light after the darkness. This is a trial, maybe for you. A challenge, something that you have to learn in your process as a woman, as a mother, as a human being, or a father. It's just for women. The things that we don't have as children, or and not blaming not blaming our parents for their own pain of their own lives and their inability to deal with that and to alchemize that. Because I feel like something with this joy is about alchemy, alchemizing that, and you are responsible for the dawn. Here, The dawn is all around you, but you don't see it. This is like the Ten of Swords. Mercy. Mercy needs to be shown here. Because she feels nothing. This one feels nothing. Let's talk about your mother. Let's talk about this. Because I feel like there's two different people here. Your mother, your real mother, and the person who raised you. I think are two different people. Like, yeah, your birth mother and then who you view, who you see, who took care of you are two different people. And they both either have passed on or will be passing on. Ace of Wands reversed. The light's going out. Ace of Discs reversed. Bottom of the deck. Ah. Five of Cups. Hanged Man. Yeah. I think that's so sad. Maybe it's not just your mother. It could be your father. But there's always new life. With the Five of Cups and the Hanged Man. Sorry. This is a reality of life. Death. The sadness, disappointments of perhaps what you didn't have, or the experiences that you couldn't have. There's regret. This is the next card on the bottom of the deck. New life. New life. I feel like this is all of life. This is the sun. Strength. This represents the sun. Eternity 8. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Discs both reversed. The Art card, the Five of Cups, and the Hanged Man. You will require a period of stillness and healing. And this is self-healing. Whatever in your past, with your family, with your parents, in your life now, because you still have life now. And that's what I'm saying, like, with this Joy card, you have all of this beautiful life that you've created, and you are embodying everything maybe that you didn't have. You are that. You give that to your friends, your family, yourself, your children. And you are surrounded by all this beauty, but you can't see it because you're thinking about ghosts and your past. You're holding on to something in the past. That inner child in you is looking at, you're holding on to something you need to let go of. this is the mother. This is the mother. And how it's looking like this is an eye here. Like I see this like you're seeing it, you're viewing it in a different way. Like you're viewing your past, your childhood. This part of you that no one sees. These are like this old pains of being abandoned. It's abandonment. But you can't change that. You can't change it. You can't go back and give it new life and create it. You have to heal it. You have to heal it. Here with the art card, because this is deep disappointment here. I see this card as something that you wanted and you can't have. Broken, a broken heart, broken. And the name of the card is disappointment. Something you wanted, needed, that you don't have. And here, this is your responsibility to heal now yourself. You have the tools, you have helpers, you have the crow, you have the black cat, and you have the owl. You may also have the eagle. You're responsible for your own healing. Okay, it's very emotional. That's very let's talk to Rider-Waite because let's talk about I don't really know where to go because we know that this is the reality of living. We're born, we're to parents maybe who are ill-equipped to take care of their own self, and then they're not able to take care of us, and we do the best we can as children, that we have experiences that we're not able to emotionally and psychologically deal with. We repress them. It gets stored in our body. Something's broken within us. But we have opportunities as we grow and as we start families of our own or to heal. There are different cycles through time, seasons. I think every season with each sign as we pass through each sign, and then the planets and whatever sign they're in, and the particular mix that all the planets make, transitions, retrogrades, are opportunities, unique opportunities that we have to heal, to change, to learn, to grow, to see something, to heal, because ultimately it's about healing and growing. Because this is beautiful. All right, let's see. How can we heal with this situation? Let's talk about the otter. Oh, okay. So we have the Four of Cups, the Tower reversed, and the Sun. Repression. Not wanting to see something, the truth of the situation. Not wanting to let it fall, let it crumble. Holding on to a particular vision, an idea of the way something or someone was or is. Like, no. The Three of Cups here, this happiness, these memories, like confabulation, these things that I'm going to see it how I want to see it. I don't want to see the truth here. I don't want you to anything to come along and it's like castles made excuse me, castles in sand. the son only wanting to see the happy child. Maybe you are lying to yourself. With the otter, there are some truths you need to admit and realize. I don't know why. One thing that's been people have mentioned to me, and things I've been seeing are like past life regression. Now, I've never done that, and I don't know how that is, but you can do that with yourself by being honest with yourself, or body work, body therapy, healing. Okay, but healing by being honest and truthful and letting it fall. It has to fall. It has to crumble. You have to go through something difficult. Five of Cups is reversed here. This reminds me of the Ace of Wands reversed, being snuffed out. How can we help Otter? How can we help the Otter? The High Priestess reversed. Truthful examination. The High Priestess reversed, because the High Priestess is about inner knowing. She's very silent. She's very quiet. But here reversed, I get the idea that really putting emphasis on the fact that you need to really examine the hard facts. Okay, the facts of this. These are the things that really happened in my childhood. These are the things I had, I didn't have, what I have now, what I've worked for, what I've overcome. And letting go of imagination. Because the Priestess reversed, here, she's coming up as like a liar. And this is our inner self, the inner guide. This could be the type of woman that she was. A bad witch. Yeah, evil. But that doesn't make you, if we have, I'm going to use a really strong example here, like people who, children who are born from rape. Women who have babies who got pregnant when they were raped. Does that make that child bad? The actions of your mother, you are responsible for your own life, doesn't make you bad. I mean, it can live in your cells, it can be there in your cells, in your makeup, but that would be your challenge for your particular self and your life. But you need to look at the hard facts. You need to be getting honest and real with yourself. Because the Otter is just very watery, very only wanting to see the positive. He only wants to see the positive and play and see the good. It's very sad. It actually breaks my heart a little bit. This Otter energy right here, because it's like, that part of you as a child, it didn't matter what your parent did. You always saw them as so sad. Wonderful. You always wanted them to love you. And I don't think that they did. Okay. I don't even know if I can post this. Let's get some energy from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Because this is really sad and heartbreaking. I think you feel really bad, really broken and sad. There's something. This is going to be a difficult experience for you. But ultimately rewarding, because it will give you something that will have been gotten wholly your own. That's authentic and pure. What do we need to know? Dynamic. 23. Dynamism, the ability to bring many different things together. I feel like charisma, that it's just like a crown almost, that you that this has made you very strong. Your personality, your being, your presence, the things that you're into, the things that you like. You're very bright, whole, despite pain. Like one of those stories where you've overcome something, like people who lose their fucking legs, or they're born with all these disabilities, yet they go on to be really successful, or they create something, or they overcome these obstacles, these challenges from life. 23 is a magic number. Magic is with you. The crow is with you. Okay, we're gonna close with the sisters. What did you just say, sisters? Energy. The full moon is going to be important for you. She's got apples in her hand. Which means she can grow and create new. Something is like bittersweet. The facts of life, of loss, of as we have to face reality, the loss of a parent, the loss of a mother, and then dealing with psychologically damage from disappointments of our past, and not taking that on, not internalizing, not accepting. You don't have to be that. If you had a bad mother, you are not you are not her, but also, you don't have, and whatever your experiences are, you don't have to forgive. You don't have to forgive and make it okay, but understanding them, and her, the process, the reality, or why we exist, or why we're here, and because you are here. And if you have children, you have a family you're responsible for. You're responsible for yourself, what you're going to leave behind. I started this reading talking about protection of your energy. because it's a cycle. It's where if we are like nature, the sun provides life, the rain, nutrients, and the ground. Everything comes together, and it's cyclical. You know, like the snake, eats its own tail, and then it creates new life from within. That's energy. Energy doesn't die. It's just transformed. I feel like this was a topic that I'm ill-equipped to deal with. Are any of us wise enough to talk about this? If we're here experiencing it, because that's why we experience it and continue to experience it, because there's something to be learned. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's hard. It hurts. Because there's an innocence. But I hope that you're able to learn from it and feel the pain and give yourself the opportunity here and to grow and to be still and to pause and to look at it from different perspectives and to feel it, because it must be felt. If you've been repressing it and not wanting to look at it, you must feel it. You must give yourself the space to feel it. If you don't, it's going to fester and it's going to come up in some type of different way. You're going to be living in a haunted house. Your house is haunted. Your house being yourself. I wish you healing. I wish you truth and authenticity and the courage to go there.